Oh, hello everyone. Today I'm going to cover a bit of my progress or my start at reverse engineering using Ghidra. I'm not sure if I need to do this. I think if I could successfully reverse engineer all of Gran Turismo 1, life would be very easy. Especially if I could recompile it, but I doubt I'll ever do that or ever succeed to do that in the time I have. And honestly speaking, my progress has been poor lately, so I've been pretty busy at work, pretty stressed. Took 2 weeks off, came back from my vacation, caught COVID, recovered from that. Then discover I have Lyme disease, which for my German friends seems in Germany everyone calls it by Borreliose. I think that's the bacteria name or the guy who named it. I don't know. Anyway, which obviously has stressed me and slowed me down a bit as well. Being a bit fatigued. I spent a month and a half with a stiff neck. And, spiraling out of control and panic. But starting to get better. Workload at my day job is still intense, but yeah, decided to get into it. And I haven't made much progress, but the progress I have made has been achieved faster than I expected, so I'm feeling pretty happy that I'm learning something new. And if this project doesn't work out for university, at least I got to spend some time doing what I enjoy. So we're gonna use Redux, we're gonna PCSX-Redux, we're gonna use Ghidra, and yeah, I'm gonna show you a bit what I've been doing. So what I have been doing is initially running the game. I muted the sound for copyright, but say we're here. And by, I don't know, using this memory observer, let's say, I don't know, I scan for a variable that is currently equal to 0. And then say I will, gotta switch on my controller. Basically what I'll do is look for variables that might be predictable. So let's say take now. We're at a speed of 40. So I'm now going to look for something that the value became 40. And we got these variables. Now if I press continue, we can see that some of them are changing together. Now, ironically, looking at this now, I realized that, or let's say this address B66EC, I'm not going to read out the 800 and the address name location, is changing with the vehicle speed. Originally when I did this, I ignored this third find, see, which is still reading 98. As a consequence of my reverse engineering effort, I've realized this is maintaining the maximum speed I've achieved. But anyway, I'll show you how I figured this one out. So basically what I did is take this memory address, and I've been writing some scripts in Lua to run in Redux. So to show you what it normally looks like. So things that are cool and for fun, and also this is kind of some of the stuff I was using for the graphics manipulation as well. So if I pause it and run it again, no, it didn't load that. Hold on. If for is true, oh yeah, we gotta load it again. So load file gt.lua and execute. So this is what I actually was experimenting with, right? So this variable is that 66EC, and you can see if I change it, it's changing the displayed speed in the game. There's the gears, engine speed, which I also seems to be linked to the engine sound. So if we had the speakers on, you'd hear it go. Anyway. So this was an effort of trial and error, really. So if I show you the view, brake, switching on the brake lights. I'm not sure if I've covered this, but So let's take another one. So here it's in pause, but if we turn the steering, you can see the steering turn. And it's pretty cool, right? Because the game is paused, so you think nothing can change, but by hacking this, altering the value of this memory space, we can make the graphics change, because actually the game is looping to re-render the screen, especially since we have this flickering continue. Anyway, besides the point. So by this method, I found certain memory addresses, right? And then what I've been doing is creating this script to manipulate them. So actually, even after I find and I think, ooh, this is speed, I write some code to take that address, draw a slider, and then use the slider to confirm my hypothesis. Now, obviously, this that cannot always work, because in this case, it's only being used for, it seems that these values are only being used for the output to then render the graphics. But if what I'm manipulating is something that's, let's say, somewhere in between of the calculation, it can break things. So anyway, what I did is I had been playing this by this method for a while. Now that in my previous video I finally unpacked Gran Turismo 1 or GTMAIN.EXE, I've been exploring in Ghidra. And so here's, for example, a function that I've already been working on, but let's, I don't know, pick something that we haven't looked at. So let's take steering. So this address, this is what by trial and error we figured out is the location of the memory or variable that's controlling the steering. Let's see if we get lucky. So what I was doing is going to that memory address. And there we go. Actually, I've already changed this to steering angle. It might not be a good example. So what's this telling us? It's telling us that, or what I suspect, that at address B664, there's some struct of, or a collection of variables that are being passed to this function. So I already renamed one of them to steering angle. And what Ghidra is telling us is it's being used for this function to read it. So I suspect this is the function that renders it, but let's see. So what we can do is go to that function. Okay, and yeah, it already has a variable which I've hacked already, called RaceMode. So, sorry about that. So let's have a look. So RaceMode, I've understood. So yeah, it's my hypothesis that this is a variable here. This is the notes I've made that changes value depending on if you're in the race, you finish the race, if the values have come, the results of the race have come up, if you've paused the game. So what this is basically saying, if you are not in race mode, execute this function. If not, let's continue as indicated here. So what was the variable we're looking at? Yeah, D60C. So, and here it is. Here's the not cool, not cool. So let's see what else. So here's another one, max speed, maxing speed. So this is one. Let me just share. How did I figure this out? So under, I think I called it display, max speed, display here, display, vehicle speed. So what I did is, this is one of the ones I figured out earlier on. I saw that it's read by this function, and yeah, here I had another that blah 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 blah. I put it into my script. So it was this address, and then I noticed this is tracking the vehicle speed until the actual vehicle speed goes down, and it holds the highest value. So it's a max of. And yeah, that's how I figured it out. So one thing that I haven't figured out is, why do we need max speed? So let's see if we can figure something interesting. So hidden current lap, no. what did I call it? Max scene speed. So actually we should rename this too, because we never see it on the screen, right? So it's a hidden max scene speed. And then it's used by several functions. So, okay. Interesting. Let's see what happens when I change this game mode, which is this one. Here you go. This is in pause mode. If I press X, it goes to mode 1, then mode to 0, right? I put it here again, it's paused. Of course, as before, these will override whatever is being displayed. And let's see if I press X. Okay, so that's definitely working. Now this is cool. Look, this is what I was saying. So if I go to, if I change the mode to 6, it says finish. 7 seems to be the same. 8 shows result. And yeah, beyond that, it's broken. And now this is also pretty cool. If I leave it on 4 and I press X, it goes to result and say I finished first. So totally breaking something in a way that it doesn't crash. Incidentally, if I finish the race and I've changed this value to some absurd, this variable to some absurd value, it will never exit the AI driving at a stupidly low speed mode. What about these? No. Okay, so we're getting well into time, so let's see. I really wish to figure something out with display speed. It's saying only this function. Okay, let's figure this out. So there is these two variables. So I added these comments. I think this is something to do with total time, and this is something to do with lap time. So let's go to those functions. Parameter 1. So that's the parameter we passed. And if this variable is 0, then this memory address will take the value we passed. So let's have a look at this. Again, don't know what we're going to discover because still figuring it out. So this is where we're passing BC8, right? So let's copy that. Then let's copy this. Let's run the script again. And let's load state. So let's see. I guess this variable 15c will follow BC8, or okay, the other one. Now what happens? What happens if I change this one? Okay, so when it's not 0, it stops to track this. I really wonder, what is this? Is this something to do with, you know, to record what was our sector times? Let's have a look. So we're gonna have to play a bit. Sorry. Maybe you like this, I don't know. Okay, so actually we got 3 variables tracking. I think the BC8 is actually total lap time. So we'll figure out. So I'm not actually playing to win. Gosh, it's hot. And I'm in the basement. I can't imagine how my wife and kids are feeling upstairs on the European first floor, which I think for people in the States is the second floor. So we count the street level floor as ground floor and the level above as first floor. When I was in Japan, everyone was telling me that the floor that's at the street level is the first floor, so I got used to both conventions. So let's see. I think once I cross the finishing line, BC8 will reset to 0, but BC... Okay, I got BC8 twice there. No wonder it's... Okay, so they all reset back to 0. So definitely this is kind of current lap. So, but this shouldn't have been BC8. What have we messed up here? Yeah, so what was that meant to be? And Ghidra. So, go one layer back. BC8. Okay, I thought I wanted to grab this 6F4. Is that there? Yeah, it's not there. So there we go. There we go. So what is the bottom one telling us? Okay, so there we go. I figured something out, right? So this one at the bottom is the lap time of the first lap. And here we go, 787 and 60. So 60 is minutes. So this variable is probably storing the time in minutes and... Yeah, minutes? Where's the seconds? That's a really inconvenient lap time. Sorry, it's storing it in seconds, right? 1 minute, 60 seconds. So there must be somewhere else a conversion. I got it. I got an awesome plan here. So somehow one of these variables is being used to then generate how the game displays the time in the top left corner. So this variable must be used to then convert this into characters somehow, or convert it into 1 minute 55 seconds and 801 splits. So let's see. Okay, let's try the 51470. Okay, I wonder if this is really the best lap. So confirm that. What I'm going to do is reload my state where I don't have any lap times. Okay, it's showing a current value of 0. So here we go. We finally made some progress. We discovered something new. So the only thing we have to figure out is why there are two. I suspect one of them is again for the display and one of them is for the in-game intelligence, the engine, to then use it for judging. Should it tell us congratulations, new record, blah blah blah. But definitely somewhere there's a script, right? Not script, there's some code that's converting lap time into text. I'm pretty sure I found it in the past, but yeah, clearly I didn't make a memo. Oops. So let's just make a lap. So previously was 51470. We're gonna do worse. So let's try to get the 59. Oh yeah, 58. And there we go, bingo. So I got it. I think this is if we've set the fastest lap in this race. So, and I think the second one is the fastest lap it loaded before. So there's a number of things we can do. So BD998. So remove this one, which is not doing anything. BD998. I'm pretty sure we'll find it in Ghidra with the naming format. Reload the updated script. Let's continue. So if I'm right, when I move the slider down, the fastest lap displayed here is going to change. Nope. 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 So I guess this variable is only used once. And I have a hunch that when I exit this game, it will tell us that our record is 3 seconds and 836 milliseconds. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Home stretch. No, okay. Let's see what it does in the record screen. No. But it has copied that current value into this memory address, which makes me wonder, CAC90. So I mean, this is a very hacky way of doing things, right? Really. So CAC90. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but so what happens if I alter CAC90? Nothing. So I don't know. Let's make something different. And let's see what happens. Maybe one of those is used to save that. So this log did try to tell us something here. So what did it say? Nothing. Now let's see what happens if we try again. Current value 3311. It's copied the. There we go. So these are the variables not used for the display, but they are the variables that are used for the history to save the records, right? So, and you saw when we entered the race, it copied the value stored in CAC90 into BD998. So it's CAC90, I think, is the like permanent location of keeping this track's best lap record or fastest lap, and then it's loading it into BD998 to, I don't know, use for this race. I am pretty sure, so, or let's say 90% sure, so let's call this in-game best lap, question mark, but we're not sure. And we're gonna do this, copy. Let's see, and let's hope this is a directly referenced variable. So memory, no, navigate to, boom. Oh yes, perfect. Finally, a variable we can directly change. So what did we say it's called? Or what did we name it here? So to make my script consistent, let's also call it hidden in-game best lap question mark. We're going to call it that. Boom. And it's red here. Okay, and let's see, what does it do with this function when it reads it? You see 998, so 998, we didn't come across 998, right? Where we oh, 998, yes. So that's the current in-race laps record, which is whatever is the value at this address plus, okay. This I slightly need to figure out what this kind of syntax means. And 99C is that. Okay, so I still don't know because I'm not familiar with or you know, a bit trippy with pointers. But we're close, we're close. So let's call this function, I don't know, records lap related question mark. But we're getting there, right? So what did we think the other one was? The other one was... which one was the one that's loaded from the other? Let's see. Or I could go back in the video. So one thing, right? One of them read, this is reading, so I think this must mean load best lap times. And the other one must be okay. This one is way more intense, but this must be where the lap times are then updated. And we have here, no, we don't have that. Hidden in-game best lap time. So if that is 0, currently 0, not 0. Okay, this will take more time, but yeah, I feel this is progress. So yeah, what was the other variable? Yeah, let's go to there, navigate, go to that address. Ooh, another one. Oh, another one that's used in many places. So let's rename that. What did we think that is? So if that's the hidden in-game best lap time, this is the hidden in race best lap. Question mark. So this must be updated, I guess, when you complete the lap. I can't think of any other reason. It must be read at every race, I guess. So I don't know. Let's check one by one these functions. Okay. So if what we passed to this function is equal to 0, then that is plus that. Okay. Okay, and then I think this is the new best lap. Okay, so I think, okay, this is what I got, I think. So I think if we're, this was a right function, right? So we pass it, I guess, some lap time, or we're passing it what's the current in the race best lap time. If the current in the race best lap time is 0, then this variable 2 is the variable that's at 1 plus this offset, or this value, what is 1c, so that would be 15 plus 9 a b c, so plus 12, 15 plus 12, 27. Don't know why 27. Not sure, huh? Not sure. I got a feeling this is anyway somehow. So let's see, where can we find out where this is called? I don't know. Okay, let's see another function. Yeah, they all have a very, very similar pattern. So let's taking max laps. Another short function. So obviously, I think variables that have a lot of functions are pretty critical. So let's do something else. Let's look for variables that aren't used in many places. If there are, I don't know. Okay, so this is a write, but it doesn't write so many things. Anyway, so you see, it's not straightforward. It's clearly not a science, especially when your skill is as low as me. But I mean, yeah, we're starting to make sense of a few trivial things. I feel I just need to pick enough momentum, make sense of a reasonable amount of variables to then start to make reasonable guesses at the function and function name. And yeah, hopefully the community will help teach me a bit on, or I can read up, because I got the Holy Bible on C, pretty old. It's a love or hate book. I'm trying to find where I put it. Here we go. So probably I'll need to spend some time reading this. The C programming language by Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie. Totally recommend this book. Some people tell you it's insanely out of date, but it's insanely legendary and pretty well written. I feel like noobs can get through this book. So yeah, I need to work up on some C, get my head around a few concepts, and yeah, I think figure out enough variables with some level of confidence, figure out enough functions with some level of confidence, and I think it will become a snowball effect. The more we reveal, the more we can understand. I feel it's like a jigsaw puzzle, right? When you're really starting off with high volume pieces of jigsaw puzzle, any piece you pick, you have no idea where you're picking. But once you start to piece enough pieces together, you start to understand also where these pieces are in the grand scheme of the total puzzle, right? And I think that can then help you frame, okay, that green piece I saw earlier must be the grass that goes below this giraffe. I don't know why I'm making references to wild animals. Anyway, thank you everybody. As always, like, subscribe, comment, especially comments. No one is leaving that many comments. I think it's good to encourage me, maybe advise me, or maybe, tell me, dude, you're an idiot, stop making these videos. Thank you. Take care.